Wow, my frames have absolutely
here
died.
On the day.
Jeez, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm literally sitting on like 12 frames. Well, sorry to steal your thunder there, Gundo. You want to try that again?
A great set of games. Having a little trouble hearing you there, Vid.
All right, I'm not sure if it's my computer that's just dying, if my internet has decided to rebel, or if I should just leave this screen and go for the actual game screen. Hopefully all those animations are just the issue. You got me now?
Okay, I think I got you now. You were lagging a little bit. You were sounding a little bit like a robot there, but I think it has stabilized now. So, yeah, going into this game is going to be a good set. Again, Diamond Nugian versus My Little PogChamp, MLP over there on the red side. Giving a quick rundown of these two teams. We got Lil Bo up there on the Gragas for Diamond Nugian, Chopstick Vic in the jungle, Nagi Bulgogi in the mid lane. And running that Sivert Karma duo. Vid, you want to let it know who's on the side of MLP over there.
Yeah, on the red side, we've got my little PogChamp. Beniona, the man, the myth, the legend in the top lane on Renekton. The one and only 2004 Lexus GX 470, running it with the Hecarim at Mach speeds. Mid lane, Hokage in the mid lane, stirring it up with the Anivia. And in the bot lane, Chimichungus and the resident E-Girl on... the resident E-Girl Seraphine, piloted by Piplup, with Chimichungus on that Tristana. Hopefully all of these audio issues are back. I'm a little bit rusty on this computer since I haven't gotten a chance to cast since fall 2020, but damn, it's good to be back.
Minions have spawned.
Same here, Vid. I haven't been on GRLCS cast since around the same time. I think we did the last few games of Diamond Cap there. As we were getting into playoffs, but we're back here in the Diamond Cast. It's going to be Diamond Nguyen versus MLP once again, and some exciting picks here. We got the Gragas versus Renekton in the top lane. The Chopsticks Vic on that Jarvan versus around the board. Anivia being piloted here by mid lane Hokage, so going to be a pretty nice set of lanes here to run down through. We can see pretty standard starts here. Both junglers starting over here on the bot side, getting leashed by the bot lane, wanting not to get on a back foot there.
And I am particularly interested here in seeing the Jarvan, how that works, considering he's not super in the meta right now. The Hecarim just generally better in most facets, but that level 2 Jarvan gank is always ridiculously punishing if you don't respect it. And with people like mid lane Hokage on that Anivia, I'm interested to see if we can find maybe a little bit of a gank in the mid lane to set up for Naji Bulgogi to take this over, or if this Jarvan's just going to kind of fall off and let the Hecarim run rampant.
Yeah, we could very well see that happening here. Jarvan, as you said, very good. That flag and drag level 2 gank is very volatile. And when you have setup CC on the side of Diamond Nguyen over here with the Gragas and the Yasuo, it could be pretty easy to set up. Not to mention that you just have pretty decent CC around the map here. That Steel Tempest second Q can really set you up if you land that tornado and it lands onto mid lane Hokage there. But on the Anivia here should be pretty safe.
The Anivia should be pretty safe. Good scaling into that late game. Obviously, as you said, so many setup things for that Yasuo, but as long as Anivia can keep herself safe through the early game, it should be a lot easier to control these 3 different melee champions. Lil Boat will really only have the opportunity to body slam Flash if he wants to engage on this Anivia, but Chimichungus, I just realized we didn't talk about
on the bot side. He's getting real low though. He goes under tower. Yeah, we did it. It's a little bit laggy on our side, so I'm seeing things a little bit back.
But here we go in the top lane as Chopstick Vic comes in. Beniona actually flashes right into the flag and drag. All right, I think we're having a little more
right into that.
Audio issues than we thought we were.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit behind on the stream as well, but so far it's looking like a pretty decent. We can go ahead and swap here. I could just color this one for us today. We saw there Chopstick Vic setting that up. Beniona real far up in the lane, not able to really get away.
And damn, my Cabbage is already dead, and Kitachi following him as well with a beautiful gank by the horse coming out.
Yeah, 2004 Lexus GX 470 matching that on the bot side. They saw something happen on the top. They were like, okay, we need something back for our team. We saw him run straight down to that bot lane, get onto the bot lane of Diamond Nguyen over there, who were just a little bit too far up in that lane. And then Chimichungus just hopping straight onto the back. Goomba stomping Kitachi over there on that Sivir. So pretty good play out of the bot lane there. I'm interested to see what they're going to pick up here. Just another Doran's Blade and a couple of long swords there for the Tristana. Probably going to be heading towards that Noon Quiver first, as you very well like to see. Overall, it looks like a pretty solid early game here from the side of MLP, almost 1.5k in the gold lead department there. So looking pretty good on themselves.
Yeah, already, and now Chopstick Vic, he is going for something. He will force the flash away from mid lane Hokage, but here comes Piplup. They've got the wall. Chopstick Vic in a little bit of trouble. Whiffs the flash, but the wall wasn't perfect either. Now 2004 Lexus GX 470 coming in. He's going to get a lot of damage off, but it is not enough to finish him. And Beniona walking in for some moral support.
Yeah, 2004 Lexus GX 470 just running around the backside of that back wall. Did not get spotted on that ward that they do have over there. So Najee Bulgogi having to play a little bit farther back. That wall almost caught him. If mid lane Hokage had placed that a little bit closer to that mid wall there, he could have very well been stuck against it and not been able to get through it. But crucially, he gets through and doesn't even have to blow his flash there.
And actually, I want to talk about that Beniona roam, because while it didn't go so great for the Croc, he wasn't able to get anything from the roam, he doesn't even fall behind against Lil Boat. That's how strong the Renekton is into this Gragas, a guy who doesn't really want to mess too much during lane, and he can't really take these trades that Renekton can, especially with the Conqueror, as we see him go in again, dash in and out. But Beniona just playing this lane, and abusing the champion really well, and he's going to let this crash into turret and force Lil Boat to pick these up.
Yeah, a little boat there, opting in for the phase rush up there in the top lane as well, not going for the grasp or the arcane comet there to, you know, trade a little bit better in that lane against the Renekton. But phase rush very good as well. You know, you get a lot of move speed once it comes into some of these fights. You can proc your phase rush very easily in between your you know, your body slam combo and the Q there with the drunken rage and such as that. But Beniona getting the better of these trades so far. You know, that cold to meat plus just that cold to meat combo into the slice and dice, you can just really catch out that Gragas if he's sleeping. And we can already see a rotation down onto this bot side as you know, the bot lane here from the side of MLP was able to push in that bot wave pretty easily. And now pretty simple rotation over here towards this dragon. Gonna be an easy smite away. 2004 Lexus GX 470 already on the board on the dragon, so looking pretty good for himself and for his team. This entire team does get quite well, all aside pretty much for the Renekton, but that's not to say he's not dangerous at the later stages of the game as well. But you know, overall getting themselves off to a great start here. One dragon in the lead, 2,000 gold up, and getting very well on the board here.
Yeah, the 2,000 gold lead really is going to serve this scaling team well. You've got Hecarim, that power farmer who way outscales any use that a Jarvan can have, even when he's comboing with the Yasuo. As you said, Renekton's really the only one that falls off harder than his lane opponent. And you always got to remember, because I keep forgetting as well, now that we're into season 2021, Renekton seeing more play with that Stride Breaker, with that Gore Drinker, but now a gank in the mid lane, and Najee Bulgogi just gets absolutely melted as the horse comes in for the kill, and now Chopstick Vic, he's all alone, and he's double killed by Lexus GX 470.
Yeah, Lexus GX 470 just using that Onslaught of Shadows to get straight into the fight, into the two members of that mid-jungle duo on the side of Diamond Nugui, and they were not able to move at all. Got completely shut down by that Anivia Glacial Storm as well, just completely slowed. We saw that wall come down to stop that Yasuo from trying to dash through the minions as well. So smart play to him and the Hecarim there in that mid lane. So I want to see more plays like this if you want to snowball this lead even further. It's already 5-1 in the kill score. 3,000 gold up now, so looking pretty good again on themselves. Mid lane Hokage could be in some trouble here.
Yeah, Najee Bulgogi, he is going in. The Ignite has been committed. The passive is available for mid lane Hokage, but will it last long enough for his horse to come in here? Here he goes, 2004 Lexus GX 470, mid lane Hokage on 100 health. He gets knocked out of the way. Flash in. Najee Bulgogi finds the return kill, but GX 470 finding the Yasuo.
And that was just insane. He caught him out on the back. A little bit disrespectful there from mid lane Hokage to just back straight in front of the turret. He knew Najee Bulgogi was right back on that reset, so he was coming up through the lane. Just disrespect there out of mid lane Hokage. But overall, he just got caught out, and smart play at Najee Bulgogi to play to his limits there and know that, you know, even though he does have the passive up and 2004 Lexus GX 470 might be on the way, he still has enough damage and enough to do there. But hold that thought, because there's a top lane gank going on.
Beniona taking 3 turret shots. Chopstick Vic coming in. There goes the ultimate, and Lil Boat takes the kill on the Croc. That was a beautiful explosive cask from the Gragas.
Yeah, Gragas just finding that on the back side of that, uses it to get him over and back, does not want him to get over the wall there. Had already used a slice and dice to get through the minion, so did not have that available to get over the wall. And Gragas just landing it perfectly on top of his head to knock him back. And crucially, this is all going well for the side of MLP over here, but they really need to start looking towards Rift Herald here. I would like to see them make a rotation towards it. They do have some pressure up here on the top side after getting that kill. As soon as Renekton and the Hecarim here make this reset here and come back out onto the lane, you do have the Anivia here to push in this Yasuo, so they could very well make this Rift Herald rotation play here. Use it to break down that top lane even more and maybe even look for a dive up there as well. So hopefully they end up doing that. Trinity Force already picked up here for 2004 Lexus GX470. I would have liked to see a Divine Thunder, either one. Honestly, they both do pretty well here. I don't think that attack speed is necessarily the best there on Hecarim, but at the end of the day, it's going to be useful as well. The two tanks here on Lil Boy and Chopstick Vic here are going to be quite tanky at the later stages of the game, so that Divine Thunder could have helped them out. But overall, Trinity Force, great buy. Doesn't really matter. He's still a very strong, very fed Hecarim, but we could see something happen here on the top lane.
Yeah, Beniona and Lil Boat just going back and forth, but mid lane Hokage just in a little bit of trouble. He's out of mana. He will take a lot of damage, and he will be forced back here. And now, Chopstick Vic may have found the horse. 2004 Lexus GX470, ducking, diving, dodging, dipping, and now the teleport coming out from mid lane Hokage, but it is a 4v2. Hokage gonna get out. He has the flash available. He's gonna flash it, but he gets double knocked up. That's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful last breath. Now, the Yasuo will go down, but the ultimate committed here by Chopstick Vic. Beniona is in the fight. Chopstick Vic burning low, but he will not die as Lil Boat takes the long walk from top lane. Oh, the flash in by Kitachi! Oh. Piplup goes down, and Beniona gonna get knocked away. Oh. Flash to save his life.
Oh, that cask almost had him on the end of that, but mid lane Hokage was not expecting that at all. Did not spot out that 4-man rotation coming in from the bot lane of Diamond Nguyen over there. Really just TP's in there to help 2004 Lexus GX470, just to really keep him alive. But at the end of the day, that was just a bad TP. You could have probably TP'd back onto your own tower, closer to the other red side over there. You have a control ward over there. Would have liked to have seen that come out from there, but we just saw complete collapse from the side of Diamond Nguyen over there. We saw a rotation there from Piplup at the end to try and make something happen, but that encore at the end just knocks up, or charms 3, but as soon as GX 470 and mid lane Hokage are dead, there goes all your damage. Chimichungus not able to make the roam up, but he does get some plates on the return side. Not going to be the worst for them, but that gold lead is definitely starting to close a bit now, as well as Mountain Drake being picked up there for the side of Diamond Nguyen. So 1-for-1 in that dragon marker over there, and not looking too bad now. Our Diamond Nguyen, they did pick up a couple of kills. That Yasuo 3-4 has died 4 times, but those 3 kills are going to feel great. Has not hit his 0-10 power spike, so with that 3 and 4, he's going to be feeling pretty nice on himself. Looking towards possibly here using that Noon Quiver and that, I forgot the name of that purple thing, but he's going probably towards an Immortal Shield Bow there. Gonna be pretty good on the Yasuo. Did get buffed a few patches ago, so I can see why he's going towards that. And up here on the top lane, just even stateness once again. Again, they used that Rift Herald earlier, so now the side of MLP gonna be able to use that where they please. Plays are gonna be up for 30 more seconds, so hopefully they use it soon.
And we can see that 2004 Lexus GX470 has moved up to the top lane, but now Chimichanga's diving in on Kitachi. The flash forward, double jump, and he will get himself the kill. Meanwhile, mid lane Hokage getting collapsed on by 3 members of Diamond Nguyen. And the Rift Herald, Shelly will be dropped in the top side, find herself 2 plates for the horse. And I do want to mention this bot lane, because there was just that burst of action now as the first turret goes down, but it was really quiet for a while, and Kitachi had actually managed to find himself a lead against arguably the single strongest ADC in the meta right now.
Yeah, Tristana just absolutely disgusting with the Goomba Stomp and her ultimate plus explosive charge combo. You can really just 100-0 one of these squishy targets on the side of Diamond Nguyen. So seeing him just do that to Itachi over there was really nice to see. I was looking for some action down there on the bot lane because it had been kind of a sleeper fest down there, and finally we saw it happen. And when it did, Chimichangas just absolutely destroys him. Mike Cabbage is not able to keep his AD carry alive there. And again, this is that Dark Harvest Sivir we're looking at here. More of this poke heavy build, maxing Q, just going straight in at, well, you always want to max Q on Sivir, but going for that Q max plus mana immune combo there. Really looking to go for this more poke heavy build, go towards more mana spamming build. So I can see why you chose that here. It's pretty strong as well, Sivir. Not the strongest AD carry in the current meta, but against this Tristana here, something that can, equal there in the mid lane. But here we might see some action.
Chimichungus cannot buffer that knockup from Lil Boat. He will be shut down. Unfortunate right after he gets that solo kill. Now Beniona gonna get a little bit of chip damage on Lil Boat, but it won't be anything substantial. Now mid lane Hokage taking some damage on my cabbages. Damn, that Anivia does some damage, and he will find himself a kill. Piplup gonna have to flash away from Naji Bulgogi, and mid lane Hokage, he's trying to get away. He's knocked up. Naji is chasing. A lot of damage coming in. The Immortal Shield Bow will be procced, and that Yasuo will barely manage to keep himself alive. A 2-for-1.
Yeah, that flash steal Tempest there from the Yasuo, just doing a ton of damage onto Piplup, not able to survive it at all. Gets completely one-shot with that lucky crit there from the Yasuo. It's feeling pretty good here.
And a beautiful spell shield will keep Katachi alive, but not long enough to keep him alive permanently. Now 2004 Lexus GX470 chasing down Chopstick Vic. One more auto attack should do it. Double kill for the horse. Now Beniona got the stun on Little Boat, who's running away. Chimichungus is joining the fight, but a little too late.
Yeah, that was disgusting. That onslaught of shadows just running straight through the two members of the side of Diamond Nguyen over there. They're not able to escape it at all. Chopstick Vic try to flag and drag away, but when that horse has that ghost proc, then you get that extra move speed from your Qs. You just get so much extra mobility, so much extra just sticking power on that Hecarim. Plus he has that phase rush, able to just completely stay on top of that Jarvan, but we might see some more action here.
Oh, the combo! Gragas, Yasuo, just disgusting. Lil Boat taking some damage. Chimichungus will get knocked back, and here comes Naji Bulgogi. He's feeling himself. He's moving forward. He's gonna get the heal out of the Tristana, but Lil Boat may have stepped up a little too far. Meanwhile, Naji Bulgogi on a rampage. Beniona dashing through, slicing, dicing, dying. Double kill for the Yasuo.
That was just nice to see from the Yasuo. That body slam flash combo coming in there from Lilbo onto the two members, onto those two squishy targets on the side of MLP over there. Not able to stay alive at all, not able to flash away from it. Did flash after the fact that they did got hit. But here, mid lane Hokage might be in a bad spot, getting real low there.
Katachi.
He's gonna stay alive.
Yeah, Katachi and Hokage, they're taking damage left and right, but no one dies. But here we go, the horse may be changing that. 2004 Lexus GX470, the knockup coming through. He doesn't have that onslaught of shadows. He'll just int his life away.
Yeah, Encore whiffs over the top of that, so not even going to be able to look for an afterplay there. RMLP, the second dragon, now going to be able to be started up here from the side of Diamond Nguyen, but we'll see what they can do. It's going to be a pretty easy pickup here. No contest here from the side of MLP. They don't want to risk putting any more gold into the pockets of these carries. Piplup here fighting a nice stun here.
He'll take some damage in return, but as you said, no contest whatsoever coming off of the back of that pick, and it just seems like My Little PogChamp, they're not picking their fights, they're not inting their lives away when they're when they really can afford to. They've done that twice now on these last two dragons, and even though they are still keeping ahead, they're still about 1,500 ahead in the gold lead. Looks like Chimichungus may be in trouble, and I spoke too soon. He's dead. Chopstick Vic with his first kill of the game.
Yeah, we saw Chimichungus try to hop away there, but as soon as that EQ lands, we saw Naji Bulgogi hit that last breath, hit that ultimate there on the Yasuo with no chance of him escaping that once that happened. And even though he tries to buffer it there with the W once again, not able to do it, not able to stay alive, goes down, and as well, they pick up that bot lane turret. So now this Yasuo's gonna be pretty nice and be feeling pretty good to just split down there on the bot side. Nobody here on the side of MLP are really going to be able to match him, except maybe this Anivia or maybe this Renekton, as Renekton is a pretty decent matchup here into the Yasuo. So I like to see that rotation there from MLP to try and send that Renekton to deal with him. But at the end of the day, if this Yasuo continues on this spree here, he is 8-4-2. This man is on the board. 2 items now in his pockets, Infinity Edge and Immortal Shield Bow picked up for himself. He's not going to be feeling bad at all in this game. Rift Herald, though, being started up here from the side of Diamond Nguyen, so we'll see if they can pick it up. Looks like they're going to be able to. No contest here from the side of MLP. Probably going to use that to, break open another one of these towers here, and going to be feeling real good coming into the 20-minute mark in this game. Baron is going to be spawning up here, and, if Diamond Nguyen step off the map for a little too long. We could very Baron rush here from the side of MLP. They have that Anivia, they have the Tristana, not to mention this Heck from here as well. A lot of damage here on the side of MLP, so they really got to be careful if they're going to be walking off the map.
Honestly, both sides, they have a ton of damage between this uber-fed Yasuo and the fact that Sivir does still pump out damage even when she's a little bit behind here. Actually, I lied. She is not behind whatsoever. That's a 40 CS lead for Katachi here on the bot lane coming out. But both sides, they have a lot of damage that they can use to burn down one of these Barons if they get a team fight win, or even if they see a number of people on the wrong side of the map. If Chopstick Vic or Lexus shows himself, but that is the ultimate in, buffered beautifully by the Cataclysm. Now 2004 Lexus GX470 is locked in the middle of that Cataclysm. Chopstick's gonna get bolted backward. He's not gonna die! Katachi, he flashes away as well, and it is a team fight win for MLP. They take the turret, but no blood.
Chopstick Vic surviving on the skin of his teeth there, barely staying alive at all. Chimichungus flashing in to try and find that last auto attack, the last little bit of damage that he needed there at the very end of that. And that was just a smart play from 2004 Lexus GX470 there to go in with the Onslaught of Shadows to start it all off. Chopstick Vic having a flag and drag wave, not able to even counter engage there at the end. And then we saw that big 3-man charm there from Piplup at the end of that to, find 3 members. Not going to mean the most there, as they didn't have their full squad here to follow up on that. But at the end of the day, they stopped any of their own members from going down, from taking that damage. 2004 Lexus GX470 was able to stay alive, and even though they lost, or they didn't really find a kill there to get a shutdown or at all or anything else, they did get that tower there, so the mid lane has been opened up. They can look to get some vision down around the enemy jungle here, around these blue buffs, around the red buff as well, to just cover these jungle entrances. But as I say that, my Cabbages and Katachi here are the 2-man squad, clearing out the wards here, doing their due diligence, clearing it out, making sure the side of MLP cannot spot them out as they're moving around in their own jungle. So smart out of them. Dragon is going to be spawning here in another minute, so I'd like to see some wards coming out here in about 15 seconds or 20 seconds to get some vision around this Drake down here on the bot side, as it is going to be a pretty important one. It could be soul point here for Diamond Nguyen, while it's going to be MLP second. So I'd like to see MLP deny, or even possibly go for, the Baron trade over there if they have enough time. But if you're the side of Diamond Nguyen over here, you're really just going to need to send like 1 or 2 members to do the Dragon. If you can control it easily, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to, as their entire team is walking through the bot side river here to get some vision down, to get this extra information that they're going to need as it is spawning up in 20 seconds.
And there you go, that's the 20-second mark. You said at about a minute, you said in 15 seconds you wanted them to start moving in, and that is exactly what Diamond Nguyen did here. MLP, they went in a little bit too early, clearing out those preliminary wards, and oh man, there might be a pick here on my Cabbages. He's going so low, a little bit more burn. Mid lane Hokage will take him down, and that's the go button. 2004 Lexus GX470, they're gonna find some damage. Naji Bulgogi will get the ultimate onto Chimichungus. He's gonna get very low, but not dead yet. Shutdown coming through on the Yasuo. Chimichungus is alive. Beniona zoning 2 on the back of the fight, and that is a beautiful take here for MLP.
Yeah, that was nice out of Nagi Bulgogi there to try and dodge out from the initial CC from the side of MLP, but here we could see it Renekton going down as well. That's a steal attempt from Chopstick Vic, doesn't find it. Gonna go down there, but again, that was just a nice fight from the side of MLP, completely zoning out the carries of Diamond Nguyen over there. Bulgogi going in by himself, Chopstick Vic having to dash away very early on. And that all started off with the initial pick from mid lane Hokage, right? We saw that Winter's Breath there, that last thing, but hold that because Katachi's getting real low.
That's just not fair. You're fighting against a 7-kill Hacker M.
Yeah, this horse is just blowing him up, running through the races, making himself known on the map. But as I was saying, that last fight was really what impacted what they're able to do now. It really got the tempo play from that Dragon. We're able to move it there towards the mid lane. And we saw they just caught Katachi sleeping there, trying to clear out some waves. But again, mid lane Hokage there with that, with what started it off himself, able to find the engage there with the Q, with the extra damage from the Anivia. And we saw that last little bit of Lianji's burn take out the Karma very early on, making it a 4v5. And that's ultimately what they were able to do when you don't have this Karma defending your Sivir, or really only your Sivir here, because that's really her main duty here in this game. When you don't have that, the Sivir really can't walk up at all. And we saw it there. She got completely zoned out of that fight and was not really able to do anything there. So solid out of MLP to know where to position their carries and where to position around that Drake when it did happen. And now they could be very well going towards this Baron here. It is 24 minutes. They're all quite strong, and we can already see them controlling the vision around this Baron here. Pings are going down from the blue side. Make sure they're not starting it up. No sneaky Baron attempts this time around, but hopefully here the side of Diamond Nguyen can try and get some vision around this so that they don't get caught sleeping when this Baron does finally get started from them.
Yeah, we're seeing that vision go back and forth here. We just saw MLP clearing out wards. They got that pixel brush, but now Piplup in 2004 Lexus GX470, they're going to come back. They're going to take some wards of their own. And I want to point out, because just a support pick, obviously that is a go button for an engage, but that team fight did really seem one-sided, except for the fact that Naji was in the backline the entire time. And I want to point out the amount of healing on both teams. You've got the Gore Drinkers, you have the Shield Bow from Naji, but most importantly, you've got that Moonstone on both supports and no anti-healing anywhere on either team. So basically taking down the support means that taking down one team's support means that an extended team fight will pretty much always favor the person who's got a Moonstone up. So that is, usually a support isn't always the best pick. You want to get the Engager, you want to get the ADC, but in this case, I would, I'd take Karma readily over Lil Boat, say.
Yeah, and if you take out Lil Boat, it's not going to mean the most, right? That's just the Gragas, that's the frontliner, that's the man who's supposed to be dying at the end of the day. He's supposed to be the one tanking for everybody, so the fact that he hasn't died this game has been interesting to me, so I'd like to see them play a little bit more around him, him just standing in front of his carries here, and I would really just like to see Nagji move towards one of these sidelines, but hold that because they are starting up this Baron here. We could very well see a play here. TP coming in now from Lil Boat over there in the top lane.
And that is the clue that MLP, they know something's up. They're coming around here. We've got Hecarim coming around for the flank. 5,000 health now, and oh, Piplup's already been picked. That's the support they're talking about. Chimichanga's flashing out. He's gonna knock away Lil Boat, but he's leaving 2004 Lexus GX470 to die in mid lane. Hokage, he flashes into the middle of the enemy team. He's gonna go down as well. Chimichanga's gonna fall Naji Bulgogi, and Beniona, he's walked himself up, but he's come in too late. He's got too much healing coming in from that Yasuo. He will not be able to win this fight, and he'll just have to dash out to safety as Diamond Nguyen finds a Baron.
Yeah, Beniona not able to make it to that fight at all. He did not have the TP up just yet. We saw that Lil Boat TP'd instantly down there from the bot lane, so Beniona not able to keep track of him at all, and that fight just went completely haywire. It all started off with that cast thrown from Lil Boat to catch out Piplup by himself. They completely destroy him instantly with the Fate Sealed, with that Yasuo ultimate to take him out alongside Lil Boat, so not able to stay alive, not able to buff up any of his teammates, and then it was just a rundown from there. We saw 2004 Lexus GX470 Onslaught of Shadows in, straight into a Cataclysm there from Chopstick Vic, not able to move after he uses that ability, so got stuck in between a wall, and then he just started getting ran down from the entire team of Diamond Nguyen there, and then it just ended up being a complete wipe for that team fight for MLP, not able to stay alive once their carries were killed, once their jungler, their most fed member at this point, just died, and then it just turned completely bad for them. But we're seeing this rotation here towards this dragon. As soon as it's spawning up, maybe they'll be able to pick it up here. We'll see if another fight breaks out here.
Yeah, they're burning it fast, and here we go. Blue team steals the Drake. That's beautiful, and now the ultimate coming out. They're going to focus on Piplup, but Naji Bulgogi may have bit off more than he can chew. He's shut down by Beniona in the beginning of this. Chimichangas has jumped out of the fight. There is no Tristana damage as 2004 Lexus GX470 gets very low, takes a lot of damage. Down to 300 health. Kitachi flashes the wall. Beniona follows him. He's going to find the kill, and now Chimichangas, he's found the reset. Can he get more? It's a 2 for 0. But now, Diamond Nguyen, they have themselves on Soul Point, and now mid lane Hokage may have find himself out of position here. Chopstick Vic, he is gonna fall as well. Mid lane Hokage taking the kill on that one, and it was all a massive bait.
Yeah, that's all she wrote there. The side of MLP making the smart play to instantly ping onto that dragon, saying, hey, we lost that Baron fight, but we're not going to lose this dragon fight. We don't want to give it up again. We don't want to give it up easily. It does get stolen away in the end there, but they do find the fight, which could very well lead them to them getting a inhibitor here. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it. A lot of wave clear on the side of Diamond Nguyen. So hopefully here they can reset, get some back in get some gold back in their pockets, get those items paid up for, and move towards one of these objectives coming up in a couple of minutes. But overall, that was a solid fight from the side of MLP. They set up around that dragon. They covered their entrances from the enemy jungle there. Mid lane Hokage positioning well to, cover there with that Frost Storm, with that Anivia ultimate, covering that entrance so that if they walk through, they were going to take the damage there from it. And overall, just a smart play out of MLP to catch them out, catch them sleeping, because they weren't really expecting that fight to happen. I think Chopstick Vic was just going to go for that steal and get out, but then we saw the instant turn from 2004 Lexus GX 470, Onslaught of Shadowing in, catches 2 members out, they get feared up, and then they get locked down. And then we saw that flash at the end there from mid lane Hokage to find the Q onto Sivir, which ultimately ended up being why so many members on the side of DN lost over there, finding that Q into the Renekton stun there, which just ultimately just destroyed Kitachi there, not able to stay alive. They do have Baron buff here on a couple of members, so overall I would say this is a very negative Baron power play from the side of Diamond Nguyen over here, as they just lost a bunch of gold and lost in pressure around the map.
Yeah, I do want to point out, however, this is still a very close game. We talked about all of the scaling. We talked about how well MLP has been fighting. We talked about, Diamond when they're just feeling like they need to get the steal and get out. But really, this entire game has been plus or minus about 2.5K. Right now, My Little PogChamp is in a better place than they have been for a lot of the game, and it's only by about 500 gold. They've been sitting at this 2K gold lead. Sometimes it's fluctuated down, sometimes it's gone a little bit up, but 18-18 is the kill score at 31 minutes here, and basically the only measurable advantage that any team has is the fact that really Diamond Nguyen, they have that extra dragon. They are on that soul point, and in 2 minutes they can trade that for a Baron, which comes up a couple seconds after, or they can just take that soul, and it's going to take a lot of anti-healing as Beniona gets dived on by 2 members. It's a couple of wet noodles coming through, a lot of damage that's going into a lot of health as Chopstick Vic goes very low. Beniona knows what he wants to do. He wants to take down that Jarvan. Can he get it? The flash, it goes into the Jarvan! And Lil Boat tosses his jungler to death. Shutdown comes through by Naji Bulgogi, but man, that could have gone better.
That falls on the shadows.
Man's gone.
They just got destroyed. This man too. That's 2 kills for the Hecarim there. And just to add on to that point, the troll cast there from Lil Boat over there in the bot side, throwing his jungler straight into the waiting arms of Beniona. That's just unlucky to see. I'm reporting Lil Boat right after the game. That's not what I wanted to see down there. They almost cut out the Renekton 1v2. But here goes this guy.
Oh, Naji Bulgogi, he's going to get a lot of damage on him, but Chimichungus is melee mode against a Yasuo. What are you doing, man? He's shut down. That's Lobo taking the kill. And now, this stopwatch coming out. The Guardian Angel as well. Naji Bulgogi will escape with his life. Mid lane Hokage has to flash away, and that one is a 1-for-0. As Diamond Nguyen stops that onslaught, they keep their inhibitor alive so crucially, and now mid lane Hokage, he's in trouble. He's just gonna get torn apart. Too much damage coming out from the Yasuo. Beniona as well, he's teleported into disaster. The last breath comes out yet again. Beniona gonna use the ult. He's not gonna be able to get a lot. He gets so much healing with the Gore Drinker, but it's just not enough to cut through that Yasuo. Naji Bulgogi on a killing spree as the dragon comes up in 5 seconds. MLP have just thrown this soul away.
Yeah, MLP just greedy out completely, trying to push down onto the inhibitor, but they didn't have the members there. Their front line in the Renekton had just died, so the squishy members in the Hecarim and mid lane Hokage there, but hold that because 2004 Lexus GX 470 not able to find a steal there at the end, gonna go down as well. But as I was just saying, they just pushed up way too far in that mid lane. They were looking for the inhibitor, but that was just way too far up the lane. And now they're going to be able to look for this Baron here, most likely. We're really going to need to see a fight happen from the side of MLP to try to stay alive. Because if they have both Uber buffs, they could very well close out this game here.
And I don't think there's really a fight to be had. I mean, Lexus is dead for 30 more seconds. Beniona used his teleport, so he can't get in here. And with that Yasuo and the Sivir, they're going to be able to tear through the Baron so quickly. No chance for a steal. That's going to be the Baron to Diamond Nguyen. And oh man, this game is just flipped on its head. For the first time, Diamond Nguyen have the gold lead. They have the soul, they have the Baron, and they have blood in their eyes.
Yeah, man, it wouldn't be NA if we didn't have burger flips. I think so everybody knows about that now. We're seeing this game just turn completely on its head both ways. We've seen fights that just turn to completely one direction, left and right. And again, I just need to point somebody out. Nagji Bulgogi on this Yasuo, even though he started like 0-2 in this game, this man has just been popping off. 14-6-4 is his scoreline. Has that GA, now has the QSS, so it's going to be very hard to deal with this Yasuo now that he's at these 4-item mark, and he's just very strong. In that last fight, we just saw him. That was just one of the cleanest Yasuos I've seen in a while. He completely dashes through all the minions, goes straight into the back line, goes to mid lane Hokage twice, knocks him up, forces his Zhonya's out, even though he trades his GA there in that mid lane, just goes back and knocks him up once again. And that fight was very extended. We saw him get 2 ultimates there in that mid lane in that entirety of that fight. So this Yasuo coming in on Nagji Bulgogi, coming out to be a very good pick for themselves. This Anivia here, I think, was picked to try and mitigate some of that, but it's just not turning out the way that they needed to. He's very strong himself, but something you gotta keep in mind against Anivia is she's always going to be able to wave clear, so it's going to be very hard to siege against this composition as they don't have a whole lot of range. They're notoriously a low range AD carry. Gonna have to really step up far against those towers to get some auto attacks into here, but they really just need to stack up some of these waves. And I'd really like to see Nagji Bulgogi move into one of these side lanes, because nobody can really match him at this point. If you send the Renekton in there to deal with him, he's not going to be able to stay alive. Just has too much damage, too much utility here in between the QSS and his Immortal Shield Bow there, so it's going to be very hard to take him out. And something I want to point out as well is these 2 Chemtrick Putrefiers here for both supports, going to be buffing up their teams, giving them that anti-heal as they go into some of these fights here. But really going to need to see what some of these members are going to do. Really going to need to see if a member on the side of MLP is going to pull the trigger here, because if they continue like this, they're starting to bleed really hard, and Elder Dragon priority could be given away very easily to the side of Diamond Nguyen over here.
Yeah, we've got that mid lane turret going down very low as Nagji Bulgogi goes in on mid lane Hokage, forcing the Zhonya's Hourglass. Ultimate comes out on Piplup, forcing that Zhonya's Hourglass, and now the ultimate coming out from Lexus GX 470, but it's not going to be enough. Mid lane Hokage is already down. They've got the Yasuo, however. This is the strongest member of Diamond Nguyen. Now we've got Lil Boat on the run. Flash in from Chopstick Vic. He's going to find the flag and drag. Now the flash in from Kitachi. He's going for it. Piplup will fall as Lil Boat is dominating. Chimichanga's taking a lot of damage from that boomerang blade, and that is a 2-for-1 in favor of Diamond Nguyen. It looks like they're just going to try and bleed out the members of My Little PogChamp as they take down these 2 Nexus turrets.
Yeah, this could very well be the end of the game. Nobody has touched the Tristana here.
And
it's looking like they're just going to look for this fight, and it's going to probably be the end here. Kitachi going in at the end, double kill now. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the game here.
That's a late game Sivir. That's not enough healing reduction, and that is an Ocean Soul. And Diamond Nguyen are going to find themselves in charge of Game 1 of this series.
Yeah, overall, MLP started off real strong here. The Hecarim really got off to a great start. That horse was to the races. Hecarim not able to do that most at the later stages of this game. That Yasuo, that Jarvan just were too strong, too tanky to be really dealt with. And at the end of the day, the team fighting on the side of Diamond Nguyen was just too good at the end of these games around these objectives. Even though they lost that fight around the dragon after they stole it, they were able to get the steal at the end of the day, and it ultimately led to them getting both that Baron buff and the Ocean Soul, which really allowed them to close the game out at the end here. But overall, this Yasuo was really, really good here from Nagji Bulgogi, popping off on it, carrying his team at the later stages. 4 items, 15, 7, and 4. Just putting on a madman showing here on that Yasuo, dashing through the minions so nicely at the end there. That was really clean to see. So props to him for popping off in his game, and overall, I think solid play out of Diamond Nguyen.
Yeah, solid play out of Diamond Nguyen. Nagji Bulgogi definitely put his carry pants on for Game 1. But there are still 2 games of this series to go. And unfortunately, I believe that we will only be going for Game 3. So we'll be right back in a little bit as we take a quick break, reset, and head over to Game 3 of Diamond Nguyen versus My Little PogChamp. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for Game 3 of My Little PogChamp versus Diamond Nguyen. We did see Diamond Nguyen take Game 1. Spoiler alert, MLP got Game 2. And now they're here to duke it out in the final game of this match for Diamond Capped.
All right. Again, it's here, MLP versus Diamond Nguyen. So it's going to be a pretty good matchup. Once again, we saw MLP lose Game 1 there, and Diamond Nguyen should come back in a pretty insane fashion. So we'll see if they can do it once again here. If they can close out this series as it is 1-1 here. Quick, MLP up there, over there on. This is flipped real quick. Lobo over there on the blue side for Diamond Nguyen, running the Scion in the jungle. Chopstick Vic on that Udyr. Magi, Nagji Bulgogi in that mid lane, running the Syndra. Kitachi and my Cabbage is down there on the bot lane, running that Sivir once again alongside the center this time.
And now this time, well, still on the red side, I got you baited by the loading screen. We've got Beniona in the top lane on Mordekaiser, 2004 Lexus GX 470, once again on the Hecarim. Mid lane Hokage now playing the Seraphine, and in the bot lane we have Chimichungus and Piplup on Misfortune and Sona.
Yeah, it should be another interesting matchup here. These lanes are looking pretty decent again. 2004 Lexus GX 470 on the Hecarim once again. So we'll see what he can do on this. He did get off to a great start last game, and I want to see if he can do it again. This time, though, that Bear over there, Udyr on the blue side over there for Diamond Nguyen. We'll see what he can do on that. He did take the Ghost here, so not going to have that flash for the flash Bear slab, but he's going to be a very fast Bear coming to the later stages of the game here. So interested to see what he can do on that.
Yeah, and I am just going to say I do prefer Chopstick Vic here on this Udyr. Much stronger champion overall than Jarvan was. He still was able to put a little bit of hurt on the enemy team with that Jarvan, but I think Udyr is going to be able to help out his lanes a lot more. This Seraphine won't be able to run away from Udyr very quickly. Mordekaiser in a very similar state. He can only pull you toward him. He's not going to be able to push you away. Meanwhile, this bot lane, I like the Senna. I like the fasting Senna here. They have Sivir, who's very safe. You don't really need Senna to be like a disengaged tank to try and keep this Sivir alive. She just has to focus on keeping herself alive and then poking against this very low CC bot lane on the side of My Little PogChamp. Just a little bit of early laning going on here. Not too much. Not too much action.
Yeah, pretty early, CS lead over there for the Hecarim. Not going to mean the most, so just one camp up. Udyr is going to be able to just catch right back up for himself. So we'll see what they can do coming in here. Beniona getting the better of this top lane so far. That Mordekaiser up there in the top lane does like to smack around that Scion quite a bit. So we'll see what he can do on that. Does have that Death Run to just take somebody out of the fight. So QSS tax is going to be paid here on the side of Diamond Nguyen. So we'll see if they end up opting in for those QSSs, because they're going to need them come some of these fights later into the game.
Yeah, this isn't exactly a Skarner where, if you don't take QSS, you definitely die. Mordekaiser isn't exactly in the strongest state right now, so unless he's, pretty fed, he's not going to be able to easily 1v1 you inside that Death Realm. Mostly his function will be taking these squishy members out of the fight. You're going to want to take Kitachi or Naji Bulgogi, or if Chopstick Vic gets too close to your team, maybe you take him out as well. But Beniona, he is trading very well here. He's got all of that built-in healing with his passive.
Yeah, just completely remove him from that fight as you can do. Just get rid of a lot of that that extra healing, that shielding that you're going to need at the fighting marks, at the team fight stages of this game. So we can see a gank down here on the bot side. 2004 GX 470 is finding a gank down here on the bot side. Exhaust comes down onto my Cabbage. Is not much going to be able to be found just yet. It is going to go down in the end there. That's first blood going over to the Hecarim. 2004 Lexus GX 470 finding the first blood once again. Makes it happen. This pony is off to the races once again. And we're going to be looking pretty good here at the 5-minute mark in this game.
Yeah, and I guess I didn't consider when I said this low CC bot lane on the side of my little PogChamp, I was forgetting the Hecarim. He moves at Mach speed, he knocks you back into the team, and while Sivir can keep herself alive, Senna, it's much harder for her to do that considering she has no repositions for herself. She can't get on the other side, she has no spell shield, and 2004 Lexus GX 470 did the exact perfect thing there. He waited for Sivir to pop that spell shield, and then he just went for Senna anyways, knocked her back, and they were able to find that first blood, and hopefully he's going to be able to translate this into other lanes. He's already managed to gap Udyr in CS. I loved his early jungle pathing. He full cleared because Hecarim does clear so quickly. He full cleared his entire jungle and then came down to just interrupt Chopstick Vic. He didn't take the scuttle for himself there, but he went toward the top lane, showed him that he was there, and showed that Beniona had the rotate priority over Lil Boat, so he was able to zone that Udyr off of the Scuttle Crab. Now he's got a 20 CS lead as Udyr resets. His clear 2004 Lexus GX 470's clear is still very healthy since you've got that that Spirit of Dread that you're able to heal up, and he's even going to go ahead and take the Gromp here. So he is massively ahead of Udyr at this point in the game.
Yeah, this Hecarim here is really off to the races. As you were just saying, pretty decent CS lead in his department over there in the jungle. Yeah, as he uses his abilities here, but down here we might be seeing a gank. Chopstick Vic going in and onto Piplup. He could be very well finding it. Finds the stun. That's flash, or that's not even a flash. Bear slap onto one. He's gonna be looking for more though. Chopstick Vic making the two blow their flashes down.
That's a very
smart play out of that.
aggressive.
Udyr down there on the bot side, catch them sleeping, catch them lacking.
I was gonna say, very aggressive play here, very aggressive positioning by the red team, and it will just mean that oh, Vic. Oh, Vic.
Oh, Chopstick Vic getting caught out once again. Was not able to get over the wall. Doesn't have that flash as we were talking about earlier. They do pick up the dragon, but down. But Seraphine, mid lane Hokage, they're able to find a kill for himself, and about a 2,000 gold lead here for the side of MLP on this side. My little PogChamp definitely off to the races, finding what they need to. Overall, solid plays out of them to get themselves up and away in the gold department, because they're starting to be putting in a little bit of work here. We see that Serrated Dirk on the bot side picked up for Chimichungus, going to be going towards more of this lethality heavy build with the Eclipse. We'll see if he ends up going for that, but again, the side of MLP just finding plays around the map that they want, but 2004 Lexus GX 470 is here once again. He's trying to find something else. Chopstick Vic getting locked up by the devastating charge. He's gonna be looking for more. That's Onslaught of Shadows. Goes down, gets fleet up. Chopstick Vic trying to run away. That bear barely survives. Kitachi is here to defend his jungler here. They're going to be looking for something onto him, but 2004 GX 470 able to get away at the end of the day, and he gets away with the skin on his teeth with, I don't even know how that saying goes. I'm gonna stop using it, but he survives. He gets away. Does not find the red buff, but he just pushes Chopstick Vic out of his jungle.
Yeah, that was he's continuing to press his lead. He's still 20 CS ahead of Chopstick Vic, so it's very greedy, but the fact that you've got three guys, no easy CC, no flash on that bear, 2004 Lexus GX 470 really is going to be able to run in here, and as long as he's saving his E, saving that ghost, so that he's not just kind of popping it willy-nilly, he should be able to dodge away from the majority of my cabbage's W's, and make sure that Chopstick Vic is not going to be able to get in range to bear slap him. And really now you've got that 2,500 gold lead and a whiffed ultimate from mid lane Hokage.
Yeah, Encore sounded pretty terrible there. Nobody wanted to listen to that one, but mid lane Hokage not able to find it. Was looking for the play onto him. His team over here on the top side here, Hecarim and Beniona on this top side, able to steal away more camps away from this Udyr. This Udyr does not have any way into his own jungle. We saw him getting pressured off his red side over there. Now it's off of his blue buff and his Gromp. So gonna move over towards his Rift Herald. Probably gonna be able to pick it up here, but it doesn't look like Diamond Naguyan want to give this away for free, so they are moving down. But at the end of the day, the Scion was on a reset. They did not have the tempo that they needed to get off onto this map, and overall, it's going to be the Rift Herald getting taken up here by the side of MLP. Another objective in their hands that they're going to be able to use to balloon this gold lead even more, because so far it's just been gold all in the pockets of MLP over there. Definitely fighting with their wallets and making a lot happen around the map.
Yeah, really, the mid lane and the jungler, those are the two that are ahead here. So they have to make sure that they can get something out of this lead, or else this Syndra's going to get stronger. She just actually popped her ultimate, just chunking out mid lane Hokage, who did end up having to use the barrier, but now the Ghost coming out, and the fight starts.
Can't see anything. My stream just died, but
Oh man, apparently nothing's happening right now. Streams of slideshows. 2004 Lexus GX470 will manage to get the flash out of Naji Bulgogi. Piplup coming in, a little bit of damage popping, and mid lane Hokage does find the kill. Kitachi going to get some damage off Piplup, is going to be rooted in place, has to use the ultimate, but it won't be enough to get him away. That boomerang blade will be able to find the kill.
yeah, from what I saw in the GRLCS stream over there on the other side of that, because my Discord stream was a little bit laggy, but I was able to see him try and look for that play. Does not find the crescendo that he needed at the end of that fight. Goes down in the end there. You know, just not in the right position there as a Sony. You really need to be standing behind a little bit of front line you have in this Hecarim there, but not able to do it at the end of the day. And now Little Boat pushing up on this top side to try and stem the bleeding up here.
And Beniona does have him in the death realm at this point. Little Boat, one more auto would do it, and Beniona finds the solo kill on the Scion. Commits the flash, but it's a flash for flash, and Beniona walks away with a kill.
Yeah, at the end of the day, finding that kill over there. So we'll see what he can do with that little bit of a lead now. Has that Leeching Leer over there. We can see Hecarim down on this bot side, looking to pressure him off this dragon. It is spawning up now. Mountain Drake is on the board. They could very well look for it. And we'll see what they end up doing here around this objective. We'll see if they pick it up. Piplup might be caught out, has to flash away there. Chopstick Vic looking for more, but he's not going to be going that deep.
Teleport is coming in from Lil Boat here, and wow! That's a lot of damage from the ultimate. Chimichangas forced to flash away, but he'll die anyways.
Yeah, Chimichangas goes down at the end of the day. Not able to stay alive. Has to blow the flash there. Encore coming out, finds nobody. Hits onto the spell shield of Kitachi. Gets stopped right away. Now they're going to be looking for the chase down, but Chopstick Vic is getting low here. Piplup trying to find something onto him. Piplup getting real low there. But his entire team is their barrier blown from my cabbages to maybe mitigate some damage there, but Rift Herald is popped in the mid lane and be able to get some more gold into their pockets. They give up the dragon, but at the end of the day, it's not the worst for the side of MLP. They get more plates, they get more gold onto their carries, and it's looking pretty good in Flavor Town over there as they're able to get another objective there, get some more plates, and just pick something else up in their back pocket as they had to give away that dragon.
Oh man, 2004 Lexus GX470 is a monster there. Just popping the ultimate, killing Naji Bulgogi. And Beniona will commit the TP to come in. He won't really get anything out of that.
Yeah, not able to find the most there. Chopstick Vic looking for a stun. They do find it onto Beniona. Beniona might be getting locked up here. That Demolish comes down there from the Mordekaiser to try and find some more damage. Piplup as well here, pushing up there. Trying to find something on the bot lane just to, you know, fight a little bit. Had to use that crescendo there to try and find something. But again, this is just going to be this mid lane getting barreled down here from the side of MLP. They're finding more gold in their pocket. They're just ballooning this gold lead. That's 4K gold in the lead in their pockets. That's about a full item on one of the carries here. But we're not seeing it come out just yet. Trinity Force will be picked up here once again from the side of 2004 Lexus GX470. Going to be able to use that to, you know, get a little bit more scaling on himself. Going to be able to do a lot more damage with that Trinity Force, with that Spellblade passive. And overall, it's looking pretty good here at the early stages, at the 15-minute mark here for the side of MLP. But here comes the engage. On the hunt is Pop. Chimichangas might be in a bad spot. Gets locked up by the Senna W. Gets locked up. Kitachi picks up the kill onto him. That's one going down in the bot lane. Sivir finds it. And now they're going to be able to use that to, you know, pressure out this bot lane, get some more farm on Kitachi, possibly get his bot lane turret here on the side of Diamond Nguyen. So hopefully they can do that and get work done down there on the bot lane.
And taking a little breather and resetting, looking at the gold here. While there is a 2-dragon advantage for Diamond Nguyen, we still do have a 4,000 gold lead here for my little PogChamp. And I don't know what it is with these Twitch predictions, but they drop my frames to like 4 every time one pops up. Sorry about that. As we crest the 15-minute mark, we have pretty much all of my little PogChamp's top side in a very good position. Meanwhile, the bot lane of Diamond Nguyen, we've got the 3-0 Sivir that could very well prove to be scary in the later stages of the game.
Yeah, that Sivir can do very well a lot of damage, as we saw her doing last game. Going again for that lethality build, going towards that Dark Harvest build there. She was just chunking out the carries in the last game. And I gotta agree with you, those frames starting to drop on my side as well when those predictions come up. So, you know, I like to see it though. The Cloud, which we're on the Cloud Rift now, so we'll see what they end up choosing there, what ends up coming out. Is that gonna be the Cloud Soul coming out this game? So, but lethality builds for both the 80 carries here, looking pretty good. Seraphine though in the mid lane Hokage, opting in for more of that supportive build, going towards that Moonstaff, but we could very well see a fight down here. We got both sides coming in really hot. Chopstick Vic looking for the engage here, finds a bear slap. That's one. He gets stunned up, but there's a lot of damage here on the side of MLP. They're finding one. Lilbo goes down at first. That's going to be him getting knocked back. Najee Bulgogi trying to find something on the Syndra, but here is the dead Scion trying to find something, can find nothing. That's him going down in the end there. Scion loses his life at the cost of the Herald as well. That is just a complete net positive play there from MLP. They make it happen. They find the play they wanted. Now Chimichungus by himself against Chopstick Vic, using the bullet time to find some more damage. A couple more autos will do it, but he can't catch him. That bear is just way too fast.
Yeah, really just over predicting that that ultimate there, the bullet time. It's coming out, and he put Chopstick Vic a little too far to the right side. He was able to just zoom out the long way. And however, that is still a lot of advantages that my little PogChamp has picked up right now. They're going to get that turret as well, and so they're walking away from that with a kill, a Rift Herald, a turret, and they're going to be able to start breaking down these inner turrets since it is 17 minutes, and both that top and mid lane outer turret have both fallen.
Yeah, Vid, and all I'm seeing here on the side of Diamond Nguyen is a bunch of Benjamins. You got to get some of these shutdowns here for yourself. You see 250 gold up there in the top lane for Beniona, 200 there against 2004 Lexus GX470 in the jungle, and then 400 over there for mid lane Hokage. That's a lot of standing gold if you get some of these kills, so they really need to find one of these team fight wins around an objective here to get some of that gold back in their pocket. But we can see them setting up around this objective already. That vision is getting cleared out.
In the Sivir build, you take a look at it, she's going to go for the same thing that she did last time. Went for that mana unit first, and now the engage.
The engage goes on him. Najee Bulgogi already finds one. Piplup goes down instantly, but that's going to be the engage. Encore finds 3. That's going to be him using the beat drop to find 2 more with the roots. Beniona is getting 1. Finds a second, but now that's going to be finding 2 rooted up over there on the other side. MLP getting locked up. Lilbo getting locked up as well. That's going to be him getting stunned up like 2004. Lexus GX470 finds another. That's going to be them finding this dragon right after they win the fight. They find the dragon, and now they can't do anything but watch this poor little cloud dragon die at the enemy hands. Find it in their hands. That's going to be 10% extra cooldown reduction on their ultimate. It's going to be feeling real good on the side of MLP for themselves, not letting them get that dragon soul point there. And now very well going to have control around this map, around the other objective. And this Baron is spawning up in a minute, so they can set up vision and get control around this objective.
And how I said in the early game that Beniona was basically going to be good for taking people out of the fight. I'm eating those words right now because he has found himself a few kills, and in that fight, he was able to just pull Najee Bulgogi into the Death Realm, wait out the stopwatch, and then just send him to Brazil. Beniona now at 3-0-2, and it looks like all of my little PogChamp is looking really good in terms of team fights. You've got that Mordekaiser for the 1v1 power. You've got 2004 Lexus GX470 with that onslaught of shadows, and you've got mid lane Hokage, who absolutely nailed the ultimate coming out there, was able to force Najee Bulgogi into the stopwatch, was able to pick up a couple more charms, and then just completely turn that in their favor, even in a 4v5.
And I'm just surprised that Seraphine is in the game once again. We saw Diamond Nguyen win with it last game. He just gave a lot of utility over to the side of them. And now this game, we see it on the other side, MLP picking it up for themselves. Mid lane Hokage just finding a nice engage there at the end of that to re-engage for his team. That Moonstone, although it's not doing a lot of damage, it gives you so much utility. Here goes the ultimate. That's just going to be Kitachi standing there against the wall, absolutely stuck up, gets destroyed. And now the rest of his team is going to be able to move over towards this Baron. MLP might very well look for it. They have the pressure. They have a 4v5 that they can fight, that they can look for here. And this could very well be the Baron going into their hands.
And the only thing they have to watch out for here is Lil Boat engaging and managing to hit Chimichungus. If they get on top of this ADC, Diamond Nguyen could certainly try and take this fight, but he's already pulled in.
Lil Boat gets pulled in first, and that's going to be the Senna W fighting out to one. Bleed up is that Senna now, gets locked up. Exhaust comes out onto him as well. He's just trying to run away, he's trying to get away. That's going to be the Beniona barely staying alive at the end. 2004 Lexus GX470 is trying to stay alive as well. Lil Boat now going real low as well. Chimichungus picks up the kill at one. That's going to be Beniona fighting him alone over there. Now the rest of his team is still alive. No members are dead, but that's going to be the Hecarim, the pony, the horse, the guy. 2004 Lexus GX470 fighting it, trying to find the kill, but he's going to get low as well. One for Otto, would have done it. He stays alive. That's barely him getting away at the end of the day. Kitachi trying to find something for himself, but they can't find anything else at all. Beniona now just going to defend this mid lane tower while the side of DN finds this mid lane turret. This is what they needed. They found a little bit of pressure off that fight. Now this can be a fight going down again. Not able to find much else here. Top 6 pick just running away. And it's going to be both sides clearing away, just shaking hands and getting away from each other. There
is literally one reason why MLP is able to get away on 4-5 health and just keep coming back in. And it is because Diamond Nguyen is losing to Shopkeeper here. There is exactly one Grievous Wounds item, and it's on Naji Bulgogi. But the fact that Kitachi does not have himself an Executioner's Calling is absolutely just... It's unredeemable. You've got all of this AoE damage from the Sivir, and you're not using it to stop the double Moonstone, Seraphine, and Sona. Not to mention the healing from Beniona with that Riftmaker. And it is the reason that 2004 Lexus GX470 was able to walk away from that fight with 200 health and then just come back with full health again. Right now, MLP is winning because they have double Moonstone and because the enemy team does not have any healing reduction. They need to get themselves anti-healing fast and hopefully stop this bleeding because they've already managed to hand over a 5,000 gold lead.
Yeah, that 5,000 gold lead looking real bad now for the side of DN. Not able to find the last few fights that they needed. They do get that mid lane tower, are going to... not able to do much with that, but it is one objective in their favor, one more thing that they can use to get some pressure around the map. But again, going back to the team compositions, this Seraphine plus Sona combo, Piplup and mid lane Hokage on the Music Girls, on the Spice Girls, turning up their music and making it happen. Just a lot of utility in between these two champions, and I like what I've been able to see here. Just a lot of setup for their carries. This Hecarim, this Mordekaiser, the two beef boys that you want to stay alive, that you want to keep in these fights for as long as possible, are just staying completely alive. And then you just layer it all on top with Chimichungus on this MF here. Just can do a lot of damage on top of that with the bullet time. So if you find a nice engage from here, now we see them just waiting in the wings, trying to find something cheeky.
they're just bush camping. They're doing the cheeky bush camp, but a second left on Dragon. They can burn this down really quick with how much damage the 2004 Lexus GX470 does. Chimichungus as well. The two of them comboing up. They're going to take their second Dragon of the game. And now they can look for really whatever they want. Baron is on the map. They are securely in control of the gold lead. And the wave in bot lane is now being pushed out by Beniona. He doesn't have teleport, but Lil Boat is going to have to go to match him. Naji Bulgogi will just get 1v1'd in the Death Realm if he comes down. So Beniona is just absolutely massive right now. He's got 2 items. He's going to be doing so much damage, so much healing that someone or some two are going to have to match him, and the waves really are not in Diamond Nguyen's favor right now. So they're really just turtling and just taking the waves that they can.
Yeah, turtling just like that Udyr to run onto some of these people, but at the end of the day, this is still MLP with the complete control of this game so far. They have been taking some questionable fights, but at the end of the day, the composition from their side is just a lot better at this point in the game. You got these two hyperscaling mages that can really support your team here, as well as just a lot of damage in between those two carries on the top side. And again, Beniona has just been able to do a lot for this game. We saw him solo kill Lobo at the very early stages of the game. Has just been playing absolutely well, frontlining for his team perfectly, and then just taking out the right member at the right time. I'm interested to see if he's going to do it as soon as that Udyr runs into the fight to smack one of his carries. I would like to see that, but at the end of the day, it's not going to mean the most if you're still 5,000 gold in the lead. They're feeling real good for themselves over here on the side of MLP, and they really just need to keep this bleeding going. They've managed to snowball. Now they just need to finish it off, turn it into the avalanche, and just run it down, run it around. And now it looks like they're going to be pressuring around this Baron. So if they pull the trigger, I'd like to see it done cleanly and wait for Chimichungus to get on the map.
Yeah, Chimichungus is coming back, and right now is when I want to see MLP just go for these picks, either bait or force Diamond Nguyen to do something. You've got a pretty decent looking wave in the top lane that Beniona is going for. It looks like he's going to start pushing that out. He now has his teleport, so he can continue to push almost with impunity. He is going to finally be able to force someone down there. He wasn't able to fully do it last time because he didn't have his teleport, but there we go. They see 3 in the mid lane, and they're going to pull the trigger. My little PogChamp is going to go for this, and the fact that Diamond Nguyen isn't going to try and contest it, they know that they're down, but they really cannot be this far down. They have to try and take this fight.
Looking for it now. That's going to be the Dawning Shadows going over the top. That's 2 roots found already. That's going to be a big Scatter of the week over there, 5 on the 3, but that's going to be 3 fleet up for the start of 2004 Lexus GX470. And now he's going to try and run through the rest of the team. Lobo on the side by himself. That tank is not tanky at all. They're just ignoring him completely. They don't even care that the sign is over there. But mid lane Hokage and the rest of his team are trying to do their best. 2000 Lexus. GX470 is trying to do his best to stay alive. Kitachi goes down as well. That's going to be a wipe over there. 2 members left. The 2 beefy boys are left on the side of the MLP, and they do it. They find the fight. They get the Baron, and they find the team fight win that they needed. Just an absolute mess of a team fight from both sides. But at the end of the day, that's 2 for 5 found, and they find the ace. They find what they needed to. The Baron is in their pockets. Beniona and 2004 Lexus GX470 making it happen, doing their damage, and staying alive till the end, keeping those 2 Baron buffs on their team.
I think that was, to say that was a messy team fight was giving a little bit too much credit to both teams. Chimichungus, he started the fight off on the bottom side of the Baron pit, which allowed him to just get absolutely picked off by my cabbages. He ended up getting hit by that W and melted right after that, the moment that the moment the blue team decided to engage. Mid lane Hokage had a perfect 4-man ult on all of the people funneling into the Baron pit, but unfortunately, his ADC was dead. Piplup was already on the run, so there wasn't really any follow-up to it, and that's finally when 2004 Lexus GX470, he goes in, he gets a ton of damage, he and Beniona just managed to combo up, kill all of the carries, and mid lane Hokage actually stays alive through that whole thing, which then allows him to top off both his jungler and his top laner, keeping them alive, allowing them to run through the rest of the team, even through those grievous wounds, because they did get grievous wounds. You've got 4 grievous wounds items on the side of Diamond Nguyen now, but it was too little, too late, little too much of a gold lead, and when you're in a 3v4 and everyone's just a little bit low and has blown all their cooldowns, suddenly you're like, ah, damn, I wish I got that in that team fight where everyone lived on 100 health. But here comes Chopstick Vic.
Here comes the on the head. That's 5 landed. That's a big encore. Nobody's gonna want to hear that one. Double kill now for Chimichungus. They find it. That's 2 now, 3 now. That's gonna be the Udyr going down as well. What was that, mid lane Hokage? You made it happen. That was just absolutely disgusting. Piplup now just gonna be doing this damage, just ending the team fight, cleaning up the last few members. That was absolutely disgusting. Mid lane Hokage. Definitely the Hokage in this story, absolutely showing up there when it mattered most to destroy that team fight and make his team win this game at the very end.
All all that stuff I was talking about where mid lane Hokage didn't have the follow-up to put it. He hits 4 and his team says, okay, fine, we'll follow up on it this time. They tear through the enemy team. They easily take that team fight. The ultimate from Lexus GX470 manages to find all of the squishy members immediately, wins them the fight, and Beniona doesn't even continue the chase. He just goes for the dragon. They're gonna find themselves at 3 dragons now, 3 Cloud Drakes for a Hecarim, for a Seraphine, and for a Misfortune. All 3 of those are going to be massive in just absolutely slamming these gold leads down the enemy team's throat. They're gonna ensure that they're going to be able to take fights literally whenever they want to. It's like every 30, 40 seconds their ultimates are going to be up. They're going to continue doing this like clockwork until the game is over.
Oh man, and I may have let the excitement get a little bit too far ahead of me because I called that game instantly, but that was just one of the most insane Seraphine ults I've seen in a very long time. That was just disgusting. Mid lane Hokage, my props to you. That was just nasty. And again, this is just going to give them more pressure. As you just said, those Cloud Drakes going to do a lot of work for them. Just going to want to spend their ultimates. But over here are the side of Diamond Nguyen. They're just trying to push out these waves. They do have a lot of wave clear themselves, so ending this game against them is going to be very hard unless you find a big team fight win, which they've been able to do. But Chimichungus and Piplup here trying to find something onto Chopstick Vic. Not able to find it just yet. Piplup, though, running him down now. Has not used the crescendo just yet. Really just pressuring him off this bot side. Does not want to give the enemy jungler any chance to walk into his own jungle. And now the rest of MLP over here are going to be pushing on this bot side, getting more pressure down and around. So hopefully they can push this in. That is 10,000 gold in the lead. Beniona is just pushing in by himself. Does not care about the damage that they're whipping out now. There's just too much heals, too much shields on the side of MLP. That finding a team fight win is going to be very hard unless you blow those two up at the very start of the fight.
Yeah, this is kind of do or die here, and specifically on Lil Boat. He's got that devastating, or he's got the charge. He's got his ultimate, and he really needs to be able to identify if and when MLP is never mind.
Because look like that's 2 more found, charmed up, locked up, fleet up, or 2 more. Chimichungus finds 1 already. That's gonna be 2004 GX470 on the backside, fighting all 3. He's gonna get shut down in the end of the day. That's gonna be the scatter of the week, fighting him at the end of the day. Lil Boat now by himself, trying to stay alive. Chimichungus finding 1 more on his side. Gonna get pulled away by that Mordekaiser E there for a second now. Beniona just keeps running in. He does not care. Flashes in. Finds the last kill that he needed. Chopstick Vic is alone. This bear is not able to do much at all. Najin Bulgogi is trying to do his best to hold the line, but he can't find it just yet. Getting locked up as well. Chimichungus is just trying to find a second, a third, a fourth, everything else he needs. This is going to be the game. They made it happen. Mid lane Hokage starts off this end with the 5-man ultimate. Finds another sick one at the end there, and they make the game happen. They make the win. MLP find the win against Diamond Nguyen.
And MLP, they find their first win, and I'm going to call this one a little bit of Diffie in the Jiffy. Lexus GX470 found himself that early kill, found himself that CS gap, was able to translate it into helping his team. Beniona on the top side doing great for himself, finding the solo kill, and then of course we got to the team fights, and that's just where the Sona Seraphine combo absolutely excels. Diamond Nguyen, they weren't able to itemize properly against this double Moonstaff bot lane, or this double Moonstaff support mid, and it ends up MLP is able to just run them over in a 12,000 gold lead here in this 33-minute game.
Yeah, it was just absolute insane performance at the end of the game there from MLP. They do it, they make it happen. Diamond Nguyen able to do it in the first game, but not in this last one. Ended up being that 3-game series that we wanted to see. At the end of the day, MLP just come out on top. My little PogChamp doing their best at the end. This Seraphine pick just coming in clutch for them at the very end, alongside of this Hecarim pick for 2004 Lexus GX470. Able to just do it at the end of the day, get his team again ahead in the early game, and then it just snowballed from there, right? An Avalanche ended up falling on top of Diamond Nguyen, and then they ended the game pretty handily.
Yeah, and that was pretty much all she wrote. So, unfortunately, we do not have a second pair of teams to show you tonight. Someone didn't turn in their post-match form, but that's not my place to say. So this will be the conclusion of the stream for the evening. Thank you everyone for watching. Of course, tomorrow we have Psycho's midweek stream, but unfortunately after that we are on a bye week for Platinum, so there will be nothing else on Thursday and Friday. So schedule your games for then, take some time off, just kick back and relax. But thank you for watching, everybody. I have been Vid, joined by Gundo, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out.